We are live. Whoop, whoop. It's Monday and we are live. Here, let me bring Candy on here too. You can see your fingers typing away.
Yeah.
Whoop, whoop.
Whoop, whoop.
Whoop. Oh, who's here? There we are. Sylvia, embrace the wee. Wee. Just a heads up, my favorite granddaughter is coming to take me out. What? Do I have
you? I want to take Sylvia out.
Sylvia. Hang on, I got to close out my YouTubes.
I was gonna say I made sure I did mine ahead of time.
No, I had a couple. I had a couple open. I think I got one more. Okay, all mine are closed. Are we good? No, we're not good.
I don't get it.
Okay, there it is. Just took it a second to respond. All right, Sylvia. So we're making some wee things today for you, just for you, because nobody else likes wee, you know. And you're leaving us? Oh my goodness, Sylvia. All right, I'm trying to get my YouTube up here. Give me 1 second. There we go. It'll come up on its own. All right. So besides Sylvia, posted the wee books I've made. Cool. Hello, Julie. Good morning. Good morning. Candy the nerve. Julie's about to pose hers.
I know I read the pose. Oh, she means pose.
Well, if they're already in a journal pocket, they're ones you made a long time ago, right, Julie? You need to make some brand new ones and use up some scraps. Doesn't do any good to use the last year's ones because that's not using up current scraps. How do you pose a journal?
Well, you put it this way, then you put it that way. You put a flower next to it.
Yeah, really. Imposing the we on me. That's funny. Let's see. Margie. Hello. So glad you made it. We are making teeny tiny books today. And we know you like teeny tiny books. She's the queen of teeny tiny books. Echo. Yeah, we know. We got the echo. I forgot to turn off all my stuff. Been a busy morning. Hello, Angela. Hey, hey, hey. Hey, 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 Fat Albert. Remember that cartoon?
Yes, I do.
Like that cartoon. Hey, Angela, how are you this morning? Good to see you. The pressure. Ms. Angie is here. Angie Stone. Carrie's here. Hello, Carrie. Hello, ladies. Hello, Kathy. Good to see you. Can't read the chat yet. Eyes are still asleep. I didn't get much sleep, and so my eyes are still kind of foggy. My brain's kind of foggy. But hi, Sherry. Good to see you. Hello, hello. Oh, what a cute kitty cat. What's up? That is cute. Very cute. Sup, girl. Sup. Carrie did her thumbs up. Did everybody else do a thumbs up?
I haven't done that yet. Let me do that.
Yeah, let's do this. We need to make lots of little bitty things and get rid of those scraps, right? Yes. Yes, yes, yes. Okay. So I need to take a drink. My throat is very dry. Love it when your eyes are froggy. Foggy, froggy, froggy, whatever. I can't see. So it's what. I'll be right back. I have to get John out of bed. What scraps? Margie, yes. We're not going to have any scraps left when we finish this year. So, okay. So if Julie leaves while I talk about this, when she gets back, you just have to tell her to, what's going on, I suppose. Yes, when I came in the door, hit that doorbell. For me, that's the thumbs up. Awesome. Thank you, Angela. Appreciate everybody giving the thumbs up. It lets us know that you appreciate that we are even here. And I think it's really important that Candy and when any of the other admins are here, that they know that you appreciate them taking the time to come on with me, because it's all about time and preparation. And you think it's real easy, and it's easy if we just turn on and go do a laugh and craft and we just hang out, work on whatever we want. But if we're going to have a tutorial, then they always have to prepare something. I have to prepare something. So Angela has them running out of her ears. Huh? Glennis is here. Whoop, whoop. Hello, Glennis. So I always appreciate the thumbs up, because in my eyes, that lets me know that you appreciate all of the admin taking their time to be here with me and give their time to you, because they love you and I love you and we appreciate you. And this is our tribe. This is our people. These are our peeps. So we are here. Candy, I need to mute for about 60 seconds.
Okay.
Hold down the fort. I'll be right back.
Uh-oh, ladies, we are in trouble. She's already muting. Angela, I'm glad you're happy. We like Monday mornings. I do like this live. That's why we kept this one and not the Thursday one. Sylvia, what are you still doing here? I thought you were going to lunch. Yeah. Angie, TMI, we didn't need to know that. We could guess that. We didn't need to know it. Start some trouble while she's gone. Yeah, I'm all, like she said, we make something ahead of time. Yeah, I didn't. I made the cover. The cover's ready to go. I found a piece of scrap and folded it over. Oh, your grands are always late. Yeah. Lunch is popcorn. Yeah, I had some veggie puffs. The sour cream and onion ones. They're pretty good. I like those. Oh, we're glad you can be here for the whole thing, Julie. We're going to do something a little different today. I know Marianne wants to do some tutorials, and we're hoping this way will work for her.
I'm back. All right. Did I miss anything?
No.
Okay. So, it's only 10 minutes after. Good. Okay. We're ready to go. So y'all know that I like change. Change is good. Change, in my mind, change is what brings about new, fun things, exciting things. And change is ultimately the thing that allows us and helps us to grow, right? If nothing ever changes, then we never change and we never grow. And if we're not changing, then we're degrading. When you're green, you're growing. When you're ripe, you're rotten. So we'll never be ripe. So, saw your post, Candy. Hi, back. Hope you have it. I don't need to catch up on chat. Candy.
No.
Okay. So anyway, 2023 just started. What better time for some change than the beginning of a year, right? And what did I do here? Did I not? Okay. So we're going to try something a little bit different as we start this new year. I want to get more tutorials out there for you. And, I got to check my autofocus while we're doing this. And time is just a horrible detriment right now. There's so many things to do and so little time. So we are going to try recording a tutorial in the middle of a live, which means that you get to be the witness too. That means you will watch me actually record the tutorial, just like I would record it if I recorded it and posted it, but you're going to be here live watching the recording of the tutorial. And it will only be a short tutorial at the beginning of the live, which you'll need to watch because it'll be just like me showing you what we're going to make and how it goes. And then the tutorial ends, and then we will just hang out and make them together. So during the portion where I'm actually doing the tutorial, I'm not going to look at chat. I'm not going to respond to you as if you're here. So no private messages, please, because that will make the computer ding. If I turn it off, then I can't hear anything. And I don't want to go in and turn certain things off every time because I forget to turn them back on. So you can chat amongst yourself in the chat because that doesn't make any sound. And if there's something important or somebody comes in, they don't know what's going on, Candy can, pipe up and chat and, answer questions or do something like that. But if you can hold the questions, hold anything for me until after the tutorial portion, and you'll know exactly when I start and exactly when I end. And then I'll say, all right, let's make some and hang out. And then I'll be able to chat with you. I can see comments. I can chat back with you. But meanwhile, hold on to any questions through the tutorial until we're done. So what this is going to do is allow us to have just the very beginning of the live as the tutorial. And then Candy can extract that to be a short tutorial on its own. So then on the YouTube page, we will have the short tutorial that it has been extracted from the long live. So both will be available making the thing, because we've got a ton of lives. I prefer to do things live with you guys. I love hanging out with you, but the lives are long. And when people are looking for tutorials, they're not looking for long lives. They're looking for something short. Show me how to make it, move on, and show me something else. So that's the point of the tutorial. So we're going to try doing both in one. If we can extract the short tutorial out of the long, then it's going to be great. Some more work for Candy. Well, yeah, it will. But if it works in the way we would like it to, then it should be fairly simple to do, as opposed to me setting up and recording a whole separate tutorial that is just the short tutorial, because that's where all the extra time comes in. We could take this 2-hour live. We could cut it to 1 hour, and then I could use the second hour to record a tutorial of what we just did. We could do that if you would prefer. But my feeling was that we'd probably rather hang out live for the whole 2 hours and just be able to pull out a tutorial out of that period of time. So we're going to try it and see how it works. We do want the short tutorial to be professional. Thank you, Angela. As professional as can be with me here. So this one is going to be kind of on the fly. Not a lot of prep time, but
we're hoping it'll help with the channel. That's
yeah. Here's the bottom line. When people are searching, I think about me going to search to look for things. If I go search for how to make something, and it pulls up 5 or 10 different videos on it, and they're 15, 20 minutes, an hour, 40 minutes, whatever they are, and then one is 2 hours, I'm going to watch, starting at the shortest ones. I probably won't ever get to the 2-hour one. That's our live. Our live is 2 hours. So our things are getting pulled up in search, but they're not getting watched, because people don't want to watch that long, and they don't know where in that live they're actually going to get their tutorial. And if they have to wait through the whole thing to get a bit at a time, people don't have that kind of time, especially working people, and it's frustrating. So we're going to try to extract just very short videos to serve the community that needs just that short, show me how to make it and move on, and also do the live for those of us who want to hang out, and have that time together, and hope that some of our friends that we haven't met yet will be able to watch. We'll find those in search. We'll watch those short ones. We'll come join us, and we'll hit that 1,000 so I can give away this box of craft supplies that's sitting here at my feet, taking up space, right?
and hopefully, once, and we're going to link the long video to the tutorial so that maybe eventually they might see how much fun we have and come join us in our lives too. So it's kind of a 2-part.
Yeah, we'll link them both. So in the live, we'll have the short version in the description box. In the short version, we'll say, if you want to see the full live and hang out with us, while we made them, here's the live version. So, once people love us, then they want to come hang out with us, right? But until they get to know us and they're just looking for certain things, then we want to try to give them what they're looking for so that they can get to know us. So, say a prayer. This is going on a wing and a prayer today.
Just know that she's going to do the video. She's going to do the tutorial first. Be quiet. Hold your questions. If you write them down, do them later. But she's going to show us how to do it.
Yeah. So
afterwards too. So
Candy's going to mute, but she'll be able to be in chat if she needs to be. But she'll also be there as a backup for me if I, need to pull her in for whatever reason. And most of the time I don't do a ton of prep for tutorials anyway. I just try to make sure I have everything near me, because I like them more natural and more real. I just do. I just like real people, and so that's why people can get to know us. So I'm going to go full screen. That overrides all silencers. So just one.
She forgot to tell Doug what we were doing. Hi, Dawn Marie. Yeah, get your pen and paper out. I'll try to write them down as you put them in the chat, but it'd be easier to do them later when she comes back online. And she might answer the question if you pay attention. It might be answered as she finishes up the tutorial too. So she'll pause for a second before we start. That way I can extract it from there, and then she'll pause at the end, and then we'll be ready to go live full boat. So
And the music started. Yeah. And he said, "Oh, I'm so sorry." I was laughing when I answered. He says, "I'm so sorry. I forgot." That was Doug's ringtone.
We know.
Yeah. Who said that? Somebody said that, Margie. That was Doug's ringtone. Yep. Okay.
Okay. I'm going to mute.
Okay. Are you overrun with paper scraps and can't bring yourself to throw them away because they're usable? I'm Marianne, and welcome to Happy Paper People, where 2023 is the year of using scraps and forgotten supplies. Today, we're making teeny tiny journals, tiny books, completely out of scraps. So grab your scrap bin, grab some glue, your choice, grab some scissors or a paper trimmer, and we'll be ready to go. So let me show you first what we've got. Super easy. These are all out of scraps completely, a tiny little journal. And you can use this one, I think, is all coffee dyed paper, just scraps. You can see they're not even the same size throughout the book, and a piece of cardstock scrap for the cover. 3-hole pamphlet stitch to close it, and a couple of hearts in the center. I haven't decided how I want to close it, or if I want a belly band, or exactly how it's going to be used. So I'm holding it closed with a paper clip until I make that decision. This one is slightly different. This one has a couple of flowers hanging down here in the center. And this one is a folio mini journal. So on the inside of this one is a little paper pad, and that is just stitched on super easily. So you could untie that one and replace that paper if you wanted to. And then there's the mini journal there. And this one has some coffee dyed rice paper and some coffee and ink stained paper and just scraps of all kinds of things. So you could make that a lot thicker if you wanted. Now, notice that this has 3 sections to it. Maybe some of you are saying, I recognize that. Why would you recognize that? Because that one is actually the 3 squares that comes off of the cover of a paper pack. So you might even recognize some of these. So have you got those paper packs where the cover has all the little squares on it and shows you what kind of paper is inside? I always keep those covers, and I cut them up and I leave them in strips until I go to use them to decide exactly how I'm going to use them. But I've got a ton, and they're all sizes. Some are larger, some are smaller, which is really nice, and all different kinds of colors. So this was a smaller pack, and there's in 2s. So I can decide whether I want to take 2 squares like this and turn that into a mini journal, or if I want to take 3, there's a couple of them that were already in 3s here. If I want to take 3, don't worry if this is on here, made in China or whatever it is, leave it there. We just decorate over the top of it and make a folio mini journal. I love that paper. That would make a really pretty little cover. So I will usually leave them in 3s or 4s or whatever, I can. Sometimes I've cut off one to use it for something else. And so I end up with just 2 or 3 left. But that's one of my favorite things to do with the covers of the paper pads that have those squares on them. But I'm going to set that aside. I consider those scraps too. And today we're going to do it 100% from scraps from my scrap bin. I just grabbed a handful of scraps here, and I'll show you how I decide and what I do. So right on the top, so for the cover, I want something that is cardstock. This one is cardstock. That's kind of cute, but it's kind of very specific. I do like the outside. That's just kind of grungy, and I could decorate that with whatever. If I cut that off right there, that's kind of a perfect little size there. So that's a really good option. Here's something. I was probably making a bunch of tags and things that coordinated to go in a journal, and this one got either lost or left over, whatever it is. But that would make a really cute little book right there too. So that one will work. This is it's kind of lighter cardstock. That one's cardstock. Not crazy about that side, but that side's cute, and I could cut that down to any size. That would make a pretty little journal cover there as well. You can make them any size you want. You could cut this in half and make 2. You could make a tall, thin one. Okay, I'm not going to go through the rest of those. I'm just going to go ahead and choose I'll choose to use this. This is pretty, since teal is my favorite color. That's already got a nice little border. That'll make a very, very cute little book cover. So we're going to use that. All right. So I'm going to give this a quick measure. It is about 2 inches tall and 1, 2, 3, 4 inches long. So that means when I fold it, it's 2 by 2. The paper inside is going to need to be just slightly shorter than 2, or it will hang over the edge as it folds and takes up extra space. So that's going to be 2 by slightly less than 4. All right, so anything that's cardstock, I'm going to put it aside because I don't want to put cardstock inside. But then I will look at, let me see my cover, and I can choose what I want to put inside. That might go, not really colors. Oh, that'll be pretty. That might. That'd be pretty. This is kind of a cottony paper that's kind of cool. Just in case that's not long enough, I could cut a piece off of that. There's some vellum that would work. Some invitation paper. A little calendar strip. I think I'll save that and use it for one of those that I make that's just slightly taller. Then I still have some color on it, but you also see the days. Perfect. There's a little piece of Braille paper. That may work. That one's bigger. We'll use that one. That's kind of cardstocky, so that might make a good little cover. But music paper, some book paper. Oh, that one matches. There's some altered. Let's see. Use that one. That one's pretty. Might be getting plenty here, but I would like to get some coffee dyed paper in, so that might work. I'll keep one of those just in case. And if this is not quite big enough, then I'll use one off of that. Set those aside. That would be cool in there too. Probably don't even need that big one. And that's pretty. So let me just take that little piece right there. We can get whatever size we need off of that. Okay, so the rest of it, I'm going to move right out of the way. I didn't count how many we have, but if I start getting pages ready and have way too many, then we'll just take a few out and use them for another one. So what did we say this was? This was almost too high, and so we want about 1 3/4, 1 3/4 plus height for our pages. So all I'm going to do is first take some of these and just make them about 1 3/4 height. They can be less. That can go in there, and it can be shorter. That's totally okay. That is actually a duplicate of that, but a bit long to work with. So let's go 1 3/4 plus. I'd rather have it plus and trim just a tiny bit off. And that, you know what? I'm going to leave that one all torn because it's smaller than, that's getting close to 2 over there. Maybe I should just tear some of that when we go to it because I like it. I like that torn look. This is some of my favorite. This is a paper bag or paper brown paper packing, and just putting stencils on it and using different kinds of media and mediums on it. I love this, to do a whole sheet of it at once, and I just tear it up and use it bit by bit, and it's awesome. How about we take a piece about like that? That'll work. A little small, but it might work. And oh, there we go. It's a little, cut that a little slower. It grabs the rice paper and pulls it. So first I'm just making the right height, and then I'll worry about the length, because the fatter you get the book, the more pages that you put in, when you fold it, if they're all the same length, then the ones on the outside are going to be too short because they have to go around. The one on the inside is folded exactly in half. The one around it is folded around this, and so forth. So when you get to the outside one, if it's folded around 10 other papers, then it ends up being too short. So there's an easy way to deal with that. I love this Braille paper too. Probably just leave this torn on one side, cut on one and torn on one. That works. That's got I don't even remember what kind of media I did on that one, but it's lavender. And I know it wasn't lavender to begin with, so that's pretty. I've got some stuff from the gel plate and some stuff from my scrap. I love to put scraps in a splat box and alter the scraps. This is a good one too. This is that like wedding invitation type paper. It's very pretty. And I always had paper underneath the little scraps in the splat box, and that paper underneath gets altered as well. And I love that. It ends up looking really cool. So I don't know if some of these are long enough, but if they aren't, we can cut another one that way if we need to. And we can also choose to put those shorter ones on the inside so that they don't have to bend as far. This was a book page that I used a stencil on. Might have been on the gel plate, but one of my favorite stencils there. Okay, so now we've got some pages. Moving all the rest of the scraps out of the way. Okay, throw this away. We're not going to keep these scraps this year. We're going to throw that away. We're going to use down to the little bitties, and then we're going to throw the teeny tiny little bitties away. If you want to, if you're making this and you have little bitties and then you want to use those to make some clusters right now while you're doing it, do it. And then when you're done, throw all those little bitties away. You will feel much better about your scrap selection, trust me. Okay, so let's see. What would we like to be the center? This is really pretty, I think, but that's a nice long one. Is this one as long? It is not. And if we trim that off, that's shorter. Okay, so I'm going to make that the center one. I'll just put it like that. Okay, so then the others are going to go around it. So we just kind of want to do them in order of how we would like to see them. And what I try to do is just not put all the colored ones together and all the coffee dyed paper together, just so that there's a little bit of variety there. So, and I also want it so that when I open the book, I see some of the colors, you know, on this side as I open them, not just all of them on the inside. And I'll show you what I do on the opposite side of a page that might just be white. I don't know if we have any. Okay, there's a good example. There's some stencil color on that side, and then this side is completely white. And if I don't want that white, because maybe it's going to be a vintage type book, I will just take a stencil. You can use that one. That's a good one. Get parts and pieces of it. So that'll be up. We'll go that way. Okay. I will just take a stencil. Anything with, I don't usually use feathers, but that one was sitting right here. We'll usually use something with a pattern. And it's typically, this is what I do on my large journals. So you've got large pieces of paper. And so I'm not going to do the entire stencil on it. I'll put the stencil down and I'll just do a little bit here and a little bit there, which breaks the white page. Okay, so it's not a really heavily defined feather, but it's enough that you can tell what it is, but it just gives a little vintage to that to break that page. Okay, so if we have that, there's our cover. Let's get this, and we're going to cut it off right about that crease right there. Okay, we're just going to deal with these when we get to the end. If we need to cut something a little bit more, we will. We'll put that in there. Next to that, we'll put that one. Probably could use a little stenciling on the back, but it's okay. that one, and then that one. That one, how many have we got? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay. So you can think of it as a signature, and how many pages do you typically put in your signature? But sometimes you want to make it fatter than that if it's just a little book. It doesn't have to be like one signature. Also, there are times when your mini book can have multiple signatures. Here's a good example. I always have had these for probably 10 years. It's been a long time since I had a perfume sample. But this is one of those little things that a perfume sample came in. It's already got a spine on it. And that's a perfect spine for 2 tiny little signatures. So I would put 2 signatures in that, turn it into a mini book. Could leave this out here and decorate it so it's already got that outside, or cover the whole thing. Doesn't make any difference. So that's another option. So if you make a spine on it, make it a little wider, it's easy to put in more than one signature. And these are great little books to stick in larger journals, but I also like them to just stick in a pocket or in my purse and be able to have them on hand for notes and lists, quick shopping list, or just something I need to remember. Okay, let's see. We may have too many pages here, but let's find out. Okay, so there's all our pages. And I'm going to try to kind of center them. You know what? I'm going to choose to take this one out, this lavender one. It's pretty, but it's a little too short, and I probably have too many pages anyway, so that'll be an easy one to eliminate. I'm going to just kind of center them. And when you're done with this, you can decorate these. I made those 2 there really quickly and just showed you how to put them together, or that's what I'm going to show you. But you can also put pockets and tucks and all kinds of things. Just decorate it like you would a regular full-size journal. Okay. All right, so easy enough to put it together like that. And then now I know how long they need to be, because the ones on the outside are folded around the ones on the inside. I don't need to measure them. All I need to do is come over here and cut them off. What I'm checking is to see if my outside page is the same on both sides. And let's check it against our cover. Okay, the whole thing is a little bit too long for the cover. So now I have a choice. I can either grab a different cover, because there's plenty of cardstock, or I can make this short enough to go inside. First off, I'm going to cut off the top and make that level up here. See if there's anything on the bottom. There isn't. And will that work? That's right at the edge, but that'll work because I like it. So it's going to work. Okay, and then because these all have some pretty teal and they go with this, I want to make them work for this. I'm not going to grab a different cover, which means that they all need to be cut back. And it's hard to cut them all at the same time, but if I can get in here and cut all the papers at the same time, which means I'm cutting through half of this, then I can cut the other half. I want to keep them together as tight as possible. So let me grab looking for a binder clip. I know there's a binder clip here. A little bulldog clip will work too. Okay. I'm going to clip them together so they stay put where I want them. And I'm going to see where I need them to go. And this one on the inside, I can tell is the exact right length. So I'm just going to clip all of these. They go that way, because when they bend, I'm holding them. So when it opens flat, they don't move. And I'm just going to cut them all to be that length. A little awkward, but it works. Okay. Let's see how that works. Perfect. Okay, so fold it up, cut the other side, the back side, to match the front side. And if I look at it and I see something isn't straight, I can straighten it up as I go. So it's a little hook on the top there. There we go. And we don't care if it's exact, right? Because that is the beauty of handmade. We want people to know it's handmade, but we also don't want it to look so perfect that they say, maybe it's not handmade. Maybe it's not. Okay. And now I'm going to binder clip that. I'm going to grab another, bulldog clip. Kind of, sort of, same thing. I'm going to bulldog clip the other side as well. The reason I'm doing this is to keep it exactly in place so that my fold is right on the spine. I do not want that to go anywhere because I need to make my holes. And I left my awl in the other room. That's okay. I do have, let's see, where did I just set it? I do have one of these, which is like an awl. It's an awl. It's a crafty awl. It's a weird memory keepers. Some people call them pokey tools. I don't like pokey tool. It makes us sound like we just don't know what our tools are, what we're calling them. So I call it an awl. All right, we're going to do the 3-hole pamphlet stitch, which is a super easy stitch. You can do it on any size of signature or journal that you're doing. And so the first thing we're going to do is poke a hole in the center. Now I do have I'll try to find it. I do have a video where I showed how to make a template, and you could keep that template to lay it out and get your holes exactly the same distance apart if you wanted to, and where to put them. I don't really care so much to use a template because eyeballing is close enough and you really can't tell, especially on these tiny ones. They don't have that much place to go. So you've only got 2 inches to deal with 3 holes. So, how far off are you going to be? So then I'm going to go halfway between this side and halfway between this side. And I'm going to poke a hole on each side. Now I want to make sure that my paper is staying in. If I pushed it hard and it got a little ski-wampus, I need to make sure that hole is still in place. I can see through it, so I know it is. But I don't want my paper to twist so it's coming out the top or out the bottom. Because then when I sew it in, it's going to be coming out the top or out the bottom. I want it to be straight. Okay, so I've got my center hole there. I'm going to go halfway between the center hole and this side. Just put it into my art rag there. And I'm going to go halfway between the center hole and this side. You could use a book, an old book to put that on, or a foam block, or stamping block, or any of those kinds of things. I just grabbed my art rag because it's always there. Okay, so I've got 3 holes. They don't look super pretty. Don't worry about that because you're not even going to see them. All right, then we need to grab something to bind with. I tend to always go for this white binding thread, especially doing tutorials, because you can see it because it's white, but you can also color it. I can run it through an ink pad. I can run it through some alcohol ink, run it through anything and make it any color you want. I don't really need to measure it because this is so tiny. So I'll just grab 12 inches or less. But if I'm binding a large journal, I would basically take this and go 3 lengths. So 1, 2, 3 plus a little. So that's pretty much where I ended up anyway, of the journal that I'm binding, to know that I have enough. And I always have too much. But it's better to have too much than not enough, because you can cut some off and you can use the scraps if they're big enough. Don't keep them if they're inch-long scraps, but you can't add any on. All right, super, super simple. You're going to always start in the center and go down. And the easy way to remember that is that you need a tail left in the center. When you're done, you want these tails here so you can attach something on and you can see your ties there. So that'll help you remember to always start going down in the center so you have a tail. I need one shorter, one to pull through, because I need to leave a nice long tail on here. The closer I am to leaving a tail on here where they can both tie at the end, the less I have to go back and pull and push and try to reorganize them. All right, so down the center, up the bottom. Now you can go up the top too. It doesn't matter. The whole point is just down the center and up one of the others, because then you're going to go across the center across the center, and down the other one. So you see why it doesn't matter whether you come up the top one or the bottom one. Making sure my hole is lined up. I don't want to make a new hole. I want that hole to be lined up. I must have rearranged my paper a bit. And there we go. Perfect. Okay. So down the center, up the side or the bottom, across the center and down the top, and then back up the center. Super, super easy. Down the center, up the bottom, down the top, up the center. If you write down those 4 things, it'll work no matter what size your journal. So as I'm putting this in the center to come back up, the only thing that I'm trying to be careful of is to not split the string that is already there, this one. I'm trying, it's not a super big hole, so I'm trying to get in next to it. I don't want to come up in the middle of that string and split it if I can help it. Not that it's the end of the world, but you know, and I can't see. Let's see here. I think I must have moved my hole around there as well. Give me a little room to wiggle those. What happened to the hole? Okay, there we go. There we go. Okay, and then when I come up in the center, I want to come up on the opposite side of the center thread as this one is. So this tail is over here. I'm going to put my needle underneath the center so I come up over here. I hope that doesn't have, almost seems like it has a big reflection. Yeah, it does. So I'm going to move that over a bit. All right. So there you see the center binding thread and one tail on each side. Now, what I want to do before I tie that off is turn it over and make sure that these are taut. There's a little bit of looseness there, a little bit of looseness there. So I'm going to go over here and I'm going to hang on to these two. I'm going to pull that and make sure it's taut from the center. And then when I pull the 2 tails through, that'll tighten that one and that'll tighten the other one. Now that I know that they're taut, I'm just going to tie them off. Now, one is way longer than the other. It only matters if this one is not long enough, but this one is long enough for me to use as my center, so I'm just going to leave that. Okay, so keep them taut. We'll tie it up. I will tie it again, basically a square knot, and then just for safety's sake, I will tie it a 3rd time. They're a little fiddly because they're teeny tiny. Okay, and then I'll come down here and cut this off. If they're both really long, then I'll just cut them the same long, and when I go to put my end on, I can decide how long I want them. But this one's about the right length right there. I'm going to cut this one up to about right here. Okay, so I've got 2 tails. They're different lengths. That one actually might be just a little bit long, and you can choose how long you want them. I'm not going to keep these, going to toss them. So then I grabbed 4 just tiny punches. This is a little duck, like a little yellow duck. I might be kind of cute with that, but it's not necessarily a little ducky thing. So I've got a heart. This heart is smaller than this heart. So if I do teeny tiny book, I'll use the tiny heart. I'll use this one. Actually, this is the one used on here. So that's the one I use the most often. Let's do the heart or the flower because that's what's left. And we need something. This should be stiff enough. I typically go for cardstock, but this brown paper is fairly thick. Let's see if it will. And you can look right here to see what you're actually going to get when you punch it out. Because I'd like it to have a lot of the blue on it. And then maybe the other side have the copper. So I need 4 of those, 2 for each end. All right. Then I need my teeny pointy, very sharp pointy tweezers. Okay. And there they go together. Okay, so this one I'm going to turn over, and that's a blue one, so I want a copper one with it. And the first thing I'm going to do is just give it a little bit of glue. Not too much, but it actually needs enough. This is glue for both sides, so it needs a sufficient amount to be able to hold it together. And I'm going to bring this guy over here. Hopefully you can see what I'm doing there. And I'm just setting the string right on that flower, and the flower is curling up. Then I'm going to pick up the other side of the flower, and I'm just going to set it on top, not really worrying about if it's lined up, because when I pick it up, I can move it around and line it up. I've got enough glue on there that I have plenty of time to move that around and line it up. Rather have a little bit too much glue, because not enough glue, then it doesn't hold. The flower petals will, be open, and it's a little more difficult to try to glue then. So better to have a little more and then just give it a little extra time. There we go. So we have blue flower on one side and a copper flower on the other. All right, let's do the other one quickly. This one is a little shorter, so it's not going to come out and lay down nicely like that one. So I'll do this one in my hand. Okay, see if I can get a hold of that. Whoop. And bring that up there. Squeeze them together. Oops, I pulled the string right out. So quickly, before they are stuck together, if I can open that up, get that inside. And I think there's still enough adhesive on it. While I was moving it around trying to line it up, this is the fiddly part because it's so tiny. That's why these tweezers are so great for people like me, whose fingers have a hard time with that teeny tiny. Okay. Now I've got a couple petals not lined up. I'm going to set it down so that it doesn't pull the string out while I try to turn that around. All right, if it doesn't, it's not moving anymore. The glue's been out there long enough that it is stuck. Okay, because I had to redo it. So you can see that that is off just a tiny bit right there and right there. It's all on that one petal. Because that's brown, just like the brown there, it doesn't really matter because you can't tell, it's still the same brown paper. But I could come back in and just trim one of those off if I wanted to after it dries, or I could come in with a little bit of color, the copper or the blue color. I'm not going to worry about it because it's done on brown paper and it just looks like the brown paper. So I will wait until it dries, and if there's any extra little bits of glue that I need to cut off, I can do that. And make sure my knot is nice and tight. Okay, so there's my teeny tiny book. So then I could decorate the cover, could go in throughout. I've done a lot of these where a lot of times I'll leave this scrap a little longer. This one was already cut, but I'll leave it longer and then fold it in and make a little a side pocket right there on the cover without having to glue another piece on. And then you go through, and just like your regular books, your full-size books, you can add pockets and corner tucks and all the fun things, even tiny paper clips, teeny tiny paper clips with little embellishments on them. And they are super cute and super fun to do. So I hope that gave you a new idea to use your scraps for this year. We really want to get through the scraps this year, use as many of them as we can for useful things, and then throw away the ones that we can't, and not let those scraps be the bane of our existence and take over our craft rooms. So if you make some teeny tiny ones, please post them and use the hashtag Happy Paper People. I would love to see them, whether it's on Instagram or YouTube or Facebook. We also invite you to come join us in our Happy Paper People Facebook group. It is a private group. All you have to do is answer the 3 questions that are there and you'll be in right away. And we have tons and tons of fun there. Also invite you to subscribe to this channel so that you can be part of all the fun with Happy Paper People. A lot of the fun happens right here on YouTube. So hit subscribe, hit the notification bell so that you'll be notified. We do live sales, we do live laughing crafts, we do tutorials, we do all kinds of fun things on YouTube. So we look forward to seeing you in the Happy Paper People community. And good luck using up your scraps. Okay, let's make some.
Woohoo! So just over 35 minutes. That's all it took.
Oh, wow, cool.
So
that's a good length tutorial.
Yeah.
No, I had another paper clip here. What did I do with it?
Okay, they asked about Braille paper, and I know you had some. Do you still have any?
I do still have Braille paper.
Might want to bring that out at the next live, at the next sale.
Okay. Well, let's do this. If you already have an order that we're waiting on pre-orders, real easy to add it to that, because anything with a pre-order has not been sent out. A bunch of orders went out Friday or Saturday. I don't remember, but anything with a pre-order has not gone out. So if you have a pre-order, you know that you've already got, something that's going to come out. The Braille pages are 10 inches tall.
Here,
and
I have.
Okay, each page is 10 inches, so it's 20 wide. So it's like 10 by 20, and they came out of the book in signatures. So I left them in signatures, and I'm selling them as a signature. So you get the whole signature, so you've got enough to do a lot of stuff. Have you got a whole signature there?
Yep, I do.
Okay. If not, I have one. I'm gonna put it over on you so you can see that. Okay, so there's 10 inches tall, 10 inches wide. I love the edges too. Yeah. I love how they're bound in the book. And a signature, so that's a folio right there that has, the one side that folds in half. A signature has, what was it, 3 or 4?
I don't remember because I've used mine. So
yeah.
I don't have yellow. And they're nicely yellowed on the edges.
They are. They were so old that they're already, I can see the yellow on yours. Candy didn't do that. That's how they came.
Yeah, that's how they came. And like you said, look how, I'm up here. You can see how big they are.
So they're 10 inches tall. Each page is 10 inches wide. So when she opens that up, that whole folio spread is 20 inches wide. Yeah. So, I like them. They're fun to use. So a folio has, I don't know, 4 or 5 pages in it. I could grab one and check when we get going here, but they were $7.50 for not a folio, a signature. $7.50 for a signature. A folio is only one that opens with both sides. So we were selling them by signature. So $7.50 for a signature. And I've got, when I found a source, I bought everything he had because they are hard to find. And they are hard to find at a decent price. And when I got these and brought them to our first sale, I found somebody who was selling the exact same. I mean, they tend to bind them all the same for that community. And so she was selling the same signature, the same size for $30 on Etsy. And wow. So I was thrilled to know that I could do them for $7.50. I think
I got you down, Dawn. I'll let her know you want some. How many would you like, Dawn? Lisa wants 3.
Yeah, I've got plenty. So if you've already got an order, I'll just add them. I can shoot you this. See the invoice or not the invoice.
Alisa. Sorry.
The website makes this easy because I can go in and put it in the website, and then it will send you the invoice by email. You go back and pay however you want, and then I can just add them to your order. So. All right. So who's going to make some teeny tiny books with us today? My bow half opened.
Let's see.
So that was 35 minutes and a little bit of planning, and that could be even a little bit shorter. But
yeah. And they want to know where you got that tiny Fiskars guillotine cutter.
I don't know. I've had it forever, but I'll see if I can get them.
You got your lady Kathy and Glennis. You need to let me know how many you want.
I'll see if I can find that Fisker's guillotine cutter. Yeah, I love it, especially when I'm doing little things like that. It doesn't take up hardly any space.
She does sell the We Are Memory Keepers.
Yeah, so I've got these. Let me find this one. Oh, I've got this one. This is this. I think they call this the mini. We Are Memory Keepers calls this the mini because it's not the large. This is like 8.5 inches this direction and 6 1/4 this direction. I use this a lot. I cut my 12 by 12 paper with this all the time. All the time. Easy to do. Let me get that out of the way. But this one is 4 inches. So basically 4 1/4 this direction. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 this direction. So yeah, I can see if I can get those. But I have these. And this one I have in, I don't know if I have both colors, but it comes in the teal or whatever you call that, mint or teal, and it comes in the lavender. Easy for you. What, Margie? What is that? Easy for me? Huh? My big fingers trying to tie those little tiny fiddly things. Are you making a list, or should I be doing that?
I got a list. I'm waiting for Glennis and Kathy. Let me know how many. They just said me.
Oh,
like,
okay.
we got to know how many ladies.
Okay, you got Dawn Marie. You got Elisa.
Yeah, Dawn, Elisa, and Angela so far.
Okay, so Glennis and Kathy. Angela's at 3. Yeah. What are we buying? We're not buying. Oh, today I had some Braille paper. And so those people who don't have any or have used it up, I have Braille paper in 10 by 20 folios.
Oh, Glennis said me. I am crafting. Sorry, I didn't know.
So I thought she already had some, but then
I had some, Glennis, but I was like, okay, maybe
she could have used it up. Oh no. Yeah. You know what I did not know that I learned when I got this Braille paper is that you read on both sides of Braille paper, just like regular paper. I mean, okay, duh, Marianne, and it makes sense. But when you're thinking about them poking the holes to make the bubbles, I was thinking, you can only poke one way, so you've got bubbles on one side.
Okay, Kathy.
But it's not.
I didn't hear her ask the who's crafting question.
Oh yeah, yeah. I thought Kathy had some too. Yeah, so they actually poke both directions, so both sides have the Braille on it, which is kind of cool. I learned something there with that. Okay, so let me get some of this stuff away now. And let's make some. Were there any questions that came up that did not get answered? That one is really basic and straightforward. So there's not a lot
of questions. I mean,
there's a lot of questions.
They said you could find them with just 2 holes.
You could. You absolutely could. Like I did this right here. You could bind them with 2 holes, and I probably should have put these a little farther apart. But honestly, I think that the 3-hole makes them look like real books. That's part of the reason I do that is because the 3-hole makes them look like real books. Also, having the 3rd hole in the center, they don't move as much. When you only have 2, it has much more give, much more movability. And so that's why I use 3.
I staple mine sometimes.
Totally. I was going to say that's another option is to staple them.
Or sew them. I sew them right down the center.
Or so, yeah. If it's not too thick.
Am I being really lazy?
No, I love the sewn look. If they're not too thick, put them on the sewing machine and sew them. That's good too. All right. Some of these are really cool little scraps here. But if I make a cluster with them today, great. If I don't, they're going in the trash. I want you guys to get in this mindset. If we're making something and you end up with this left, if you're going to make some clusters with them, or if you're going to take this and stamp a sentiment on it, because this is good coffee dyed paper, stamp a sentiment so that you could use it next time, do it. Do it before you even clean up and go away. And if you're not going to, throw it away because you've got plenty more. You've got plenty more of these. So let's not hang on to this kind of stuff because honestly, isn't this kind of stuff kind of torturing you? I mean, don't you always think I've got all these boxes and bins of scraps and all this, and it's taking up containers that could be holding other things.
She thinks they're all male because they're causing issues.
That's funny. Can you write down that Christy would like the lavender mini cutter paper trimmer? She just put it in there. Okay. Let's see. Get that off there. There we go. Oh, Angela, you're just about out of Braille paper. So perfect timing.
Yeah.
Yeah. I love the Braille paper. And yeah, Margie says toss them now. And I agree. But if you're going to make some tiny clusters that you could use in these little books or something even slightly larger than that, use them now. But if I finish today and I haven't used these, they're going in the trash. Absolutely. And I really want you to get on board with that with me, because I'm seeing that you may not realize how much your stuff collectively causes you mental strain, mental dismay. So, and just the more stuff that you have sitting around and taking up space, and you keep thinking I need to use it. And oh my gosh, I've got so many scraps. Throwing it away is very freeing. And I'm not saying go throw your whole bin away, although I almost did the other night. And then I thought I can't do that because we have to be able to use scraps now. But what I'm saying is when we're making some stuff, when you're done, if you have little stuff like this, toss it. Hi, Lori. Lori is on Facebook. Yeah, I didn't realize till halfway through that I had a big old glare there. I started reorganizing the studio this weekend. So in preparation for moving my desk, I got to get a better lighting situation. So, Lori makes little books too. Awesome. She sends her scraps off to other people. That's awesome. Just don't, yeah. I'm not going to send the scraps to anybody who has a bunch of scraps and needs to pare down because that's just being mean. But if people are just getting started and don't have any, that's a different story, and scraps are also good for the schools, the preschools, the senior centers, because those scraps they can use to collage. And don't think I can use them to collage too. Yes, you can. But as soon as we make something tomorrow, you're going to have a whole new pile of scraps. So trust me, you are never going to run out of scraps. Never, ever, ever. Margie says, don't leave them around to breed or neuter them. Don't give them time to breed. Oh, just toss them. Just throw them away. Kick them out the door. That's the best way, right? Okay, so what am I going to use for a cover now? What's one of those others that I'd pulled out? This would make a pretty little cover, wouldn't it? Or this side. That side would be pretty too.
Yeah, don't let them breed.
Nope. Nope. I like decorating these too. I like putting teeny tiny tucks and side pockets and belly bands and things in them. So if I'm making these and then I'm going to decorate them, I'll take a couple of these. I'll use them as belly bands. I'll even fold them in half, glue them so that they're doubled up so they'll be stronger, and make little tucks or pockets kinds of things. They can be much simpler on something like this, not the complicated pockets and things that you make on big ones because they're too small to see them anyway. So, yeah, as a matter of fact, that's kind of small and none of these are strong enough to be, that one might be not long enough.
Made a mistake long ago. She bought bags of scraps from a scrapbook shop.
Oh my gosh.
A lot of it. Yeah, because usually it's not your style.
Yeah. And as soon as you start making stuff, you're making scraps. So don't add somebody else's scraps. That would work. That would work right there. Okay, so that is 1, 2, and almost a quarter. I'm going to use some of these right now, and what I don't is getting tossed. Take scraps out to use. I'm not putting them back in. Either they're getting used or they're going. And I mean, honestly, ladies, you gotta be okay with throwing away a scrap. Seriously, it's a scrap of paper. We just got to do that. I know we've had this mindset, especially in junk journaling. We have this mindset of everything is usable, and it is. It is usable. The thing is, answer this question to yourself. This is what I did the other night. If I never got another new thing, and I only use the stuff that I have, can I even use up all the scraps that I have and all the stuff that I have in my lifetime? If you hardly have any scraps, then keep them. If you've got a ton of scraps, don't keep them. And if you're making stuff, if you are an active crafter, you're making new things all the time. If you come to Mondays, you're making new things. If you come to Saturday Night Live, you're making new things. And you're going to be making more scraps. So that whole thing of I'm use my scraps and then I create more scraps by using them and I end up with, even more to put away. Nope. When you use them and you make more little bitties, toss those little bitties. And if you are going through and organizing your scraps to be able to use them, whether you're organizing by color, by size, whatever it is, when you come across those little bitties, throw them away. Here's another thing I want you to do. I want you to look at those scraps as you're organizing them. And if you say, I've had this scrap forever, because I really don't like it. I am never going to use this. I'm just never going to use it. Throw it away. Please throw it away. Give the recycling people a job. If they're out of work, then they're homeless. So think about the poor recycling people that need a job. Let's give them some paper. Oh, I'm desperate trying to get you to. Okay, so there's a branding strip that makes a nice little tuck there, and then I'll just ink the edge a bit and from the outside so you don't see the white, and use some little bitties to decorate those little books and then get rid of them. Now, if there's somebody that's just getting started and seriously does not have any scraps or uses them as fast as Glennis does, I'll send you some scraps. But I kind of doubt any of you don't have or are in need of scraps.
So, why would you say that?
Let's see. Kathy, put them in recycle bin if you feel bad throwing them away. Oh, yeah, I never throw them away. They always go into recycle bin. When I say toss them, I mean recycle. Yes, Kathy, thank you. Lori says she throws away some too. If I haven't used my recycling, I recycle it for the recyclers to come get. Because I'm going to be finding more boxes somewhere. That's true. That's true. If you haven't used it, toss it in recycling because there's going to be more coming into your house. And if you're not using it as fast as you're buying it and bringing it into your house, then you've got to throw something away. If you don't have output as much as you have input, you're going to end up overrun. Margie says, I have more new papers than scraps. Apparently, I just pull out a pad that I like and use it and keep the bigger scraps with a paper pad so they aren't all together in a mess. Perfect. Yeah, keep the bigger pieces. Now, I'm calling them scraps, anything that's off-cut from a piece that I use, but those big ones, they aren't really scraps. Keep those great big ones with the paper pack so you can use them with that. Anything that's little, toss them. Little bitty. Dawn Marie, that's awesome. Little ditty about Jack and Diane. 2 scraps doing the best that they can. That's awesome, Dawn Marie. Oh, Candy, are you still there? Or did you have to run? I was just going to say, with that sense of humor, Dawn Marie's going to fit right in at retreat. Oh, man. That was awesome.
I'm here. I'd step out for a minute.
That's okay. Did you hear Dawn Marie's joke?
No, I didn't.
Little ditty about Jack and Diane, 2 scraps doing the best that they can.
That's a good one.
I was going to ask you, is she going to fit right in at retreat or what?
No, not at all.
Yeah.
Oh.
I'm excited. I'm excited for retreat. I cannot wait to see you guys. Cannot wait. There's only a few spots left. So if you're thinking about it, we want to get those filled so that I can start talking to you as a group and getting information out, and you can start getting to know each other, because this is where the fun starts. As soon as we have the group confirmed who all is coming, then that's where the fun starts, before we even get there. Oh, there she is, sewing down the middle of that book. I can't decide which you use as the outside cover. That's pretty, but I really like this. What do you guys think? The flowers or the orange and pink side? That is really, really.
I like orange and pink for the inside. It looks like those inside.
For the inside?
Yeah, because it makes me think of those old time books that they had the marbling inside.
Yeah. It does kind of look like the book and paper.
Can you put shredded paper in the garden too? What? Okay.
Yes.
Your composting.
Yes, I wouldn't use cardstock, but thin, like copy paper. Although I don't know if you've printed it out and it has ink on it, but like coffee dyed paper and just thin paper that's shredded. Yeah, it's great in composting, because you have to have brown and green in composting, and that paper is awesome.
I'm using washi tape. A forgotten supply. Or a supply I that I never use.
No, I don't use enough washi tape either. And I put that on the list the other day as something we need to use. And then I thought, oh, I have something to do with that I haven't done in forever. I don't think I've even ever done it on live. So we're going to get a list of like 10 different ways to use washi tape, because there's got to be something different than this way you always do. And that's not to say you do, because I'll bet, are you guys washi tape hoarders too? I've got so much washi tape, and it wasn't purpose. I'm not hoarding it because I don't want to use it. I just forget. I just don't. I just don't get around to using it.
We're not hoarders at all, ladies. Not at all.
Yeah, I'm not a washi. I want to use it. I just haven't gotten around to using it, and I need to purposefully use it. I'm gonna use this. That flowers is the outside. So I'm getting me some paper scraps to put on the inside.
Okay, that one's created.
Doesn't work.
Little tiny one.
Teeny tiny. What happened? Oh, here we go. There we go. Now I can see. Yeah, there's you can make these as teeny tiny as you want to. Whatever you've got. Margie only has a few rolls of washi. What she has fits in a kid's pencil box. Oh.
We gotta fix that, Margie.
Remember that?
Why is she so much better than you are?
Remember that BP trim? How about Margie get some washi trim?
That's what I'm thinking.
Oh man. Yeah, Margie, I got washi for you. 3 1/4 is what I need my height there. Oh, that'll even work that direction. Okay, width 2, 4. Okay. Now I've got a little ditty about Jack and Diane. 2 little scraps. DM. Now that's stuck in my head. Stunning. That was a good one, though. That was a good one, actually.
Margie says if you don't like it, she just toss it. She just tosses it. Just saying.
Margie's just
smart. You're so much better at it than we.
I know. She's just smarter than we are.
I refuse to admit that.
Nope. She's just smarter than we are. You don't have to admit it. I'm just saying it. She's also smart enough not to be attached to paper.
Oh, That's my downfall. Papers,
Yeah, I
pens.
know.
Why do I collect so many pens and markers?
No.
Why?
Oh my
Why?
goodness.
Even before I was a crafter.
Probably for the same reason I do. Because yeah, we like all things having to do with journaling and writing and all of that.
I don't journal and I don't write. But I collected pens for years.
You can use them in art journal. DM, sorry. It's okay. Margie's never sorry when she gives me an earworm.
Oh no, she does it on purpose.
Exactly. Yes, she does.
We all have a little mean streak in us, ladies.
Yeah, y'all do. I don't get it.
Don't act all innocent. Don't act all innocent, man.
What?
Don't what me?
What?
I'm still butthurt over the
what? Over the what?
Invited to the snow.
Oh,
yeah.
Who gets hurt over an invitation? I mean, come on,
ladies. I hate snow, and she knows I hate snow.
Somebody cares enough to invite you.
And yeah, okay, sure. Keep thinking that.
Oh man, love you, Candy.
Sure you do. That's why you invited me to the freaking Snowcopolis.
It's pretty, but then it's been raining. It's almost gone because the rain is melting it away.
Thank God.
Don't worry, it'll be gone by April.
It better be, or I might have to cancel my trip.
I won't tell you.
I ask you if there's, I was gonna say, if I get close and it gets close and I ask you if there's any snow, you say, no, Candy, no snow.
Of course. I'm not stupid. I may be dumb, but I ain't stupid.
I must have all pens and markers. I know. And what is that? Why? And I noticed other ladies mention it too. I'm like, why? Is there some gene we're born with? Because this was before I even crafted, ladies.
Yeah.
It's gotten worse since I started crafting, but I'm saying
it's the I want to journal. I don't, but I want to. I want to be a journaler.
I never wanted to journal.
Oh my goodness.
Like a new pen comes out. Oh, I gotta try it. I might like it better, you know.
I might like it better than that one. Exactly.
Yeah, even though I have like 50 gazillion of them. Anyway.
I know, I'm with you. I am totally with you. I hate it, but I am with you.
Thought it was just me.
No, it is not just you. Unfortunately.
Yeah, I'm like, dang. Why do I do that?
Why do
I do that? Why do I do that? That's a song. It's a song. Oh, it's a Pink song. I was like, okay, I know I have heard that phrase of the song.
Oh yeah, yep.
Why do I do that?
Why do I do that?
Yeah, Dawn says it's been forever for her too. Me too. In school, yeah. And I didn't like school, so it's not like I liked school.
Read Angela's comment.
And all the new notebooks you had to have. Even though your other notebooks from last year hardly had any writing in them.
Yeah. Read Angela's. I'm with you, Angela. I'm with you. What the heck is she talking about anyway?
No, I don't journal, Angela. I really have not journaled. I used to when I was a teenager. My brother found my diary, or my sister, or my mom, even though I'd hide it, and they'd read it, so I quit. I like to make them, but I didn't start making journals until about 3 years ago.
Yeah.
I did everything digitally. I was a digital scrapbooker. I couldn't even do, and even doing that, I had some paper scrap pads that I bought to try to do paper scrapping, but I couldn't do it. I didn't like it.
Some beautiful digital work.
So then I went to digital, but I still collected some scrap paper.
Because it's pretty.
Yeah, I bought some Tim Holtz way back when, before I knew who Tim Holtz was, because I loved it. But I wouldn't use it because I loved it, and I was doing digital.
Right.
But no, I didn't craft when I was younger. My mother wasn't crafty. My grandmother sewed, but not a lot when I was a kid.
Mm-hmm.
So I didn't have that. She didn't teach me how to sew or anything. Glenna sent a picture. That's what I was gonna.
Okay.
I got sidetracked. Sorry. Alrighty.
Okay. You want me to grab my phone, pull it up?
No, I'll pull it up on my computer.
Okay.
It's just easier. You got to get it open.
Just
get it open.
You know what I didn't think about that I usually do? I usually put the paper in and bind the book and then trim it off if it's too big. Because pulling that into the binding sometimes pulls it in a little tighter than I can hold it. I didn't even think about that. I haven't made these in a while, but that's what I typically do.
Angela she just passed out.
Who doesn't know what? That's funny.
I know. I'm bad. I'm not.
Angela's coming to retreat just to straighten you out. I love it. Angela's going to fit right into.
Good luck with that, Angela. Good luck.
Oh, it'll be fun, Angela. It'll be.
You know how I say that Charlie is hard-headed. I don't know where he gets that from.
Yeah, no clue. No clue at all.
All right, here's Venice's book.
But I have some compromising video of Candy, so.
You're not allowed to show those.
Oh, you know, it's at retreat. What's at retreat stays at retreat.
No,
I
that's the last retreat, not the new retreat.
Okay. I would never show them
outside indiscretions, okay? That's the new rule.
What's the new rule?
No pulling out past indiscretions. You can only show what's happening.
Okay. Only to the people who were at that particular retreat.
Yes.
All right.
There's got to be some boundaries here.
This will make it really. This will make it cute, teeny tiny.
And I am driving, Angela. Sandy's supposed to come with me. I'm hoping her back is better by then. I really, really hope so.
Yeah.
She's supposed to be really do. So me and my husband are driving out.
Angela's going to drive from Arizona.
Oh, way to go.
Yeah.
It's beautiful. It's a beautiful drive. It's a long drive for us.
Angela, last time Candy went through New Mexico and then through Arizona, saw the Grand Canyon, came up through southern Utah and went through Zion's National Park. So she got a really nice trip out of that.
Oh, Penny, you're coming? Oh, that's awesome.
Yes, Penny's coming. I didn't even see Penny here. Hi, Penny.
I just saw her comment, so she must have just come in.
Well, or she
or was lurking. Is Penny a lurker?
Or she was busy making crafty stuff and didn't comment.
She's a lurker.
Penny's coming. Penny's coming. Yes, that's okay. I'm excited that Penny's coming too.
Yeah, I'm glad. Penny,
I'm glad you're coming. Yep.
Glad.
Yep.
You have fun. You have fun. I had fun. I was nervous. I was nervous the first time because I don't do well with big crowds.
Yeah.
Well, we didn't have a big crowd, but with new crowds.
And here's the thing. I have to tell you guys that everybody feels the same way. Every single one of you that I've talked to feels the same way. And honestly, I would too, because I know Candy and I seem loud and obnoxious here, but going someplace new, we'll go in someplace new and Candy was a little nervous. Candy and I have never met in person. And you go somewhere new and it's like you think you know people, but yet you're not sure you really know them and you feel like you're going by yourself. Let me just say this. Y'all know me and y'all know Candy. We're here all the time. You know us. We're here for you. You're really not alone. But I know I promise you this. I feel confident promising you this. From the moment you walk in and start talking and laughing with the other ladies that are going to be at this retreat, you will feel like you've known them forever. I promise you that. I am absolutely confident of that. I know each of you that is coming. I know your personalities. I know who fits together. And this is going to be another super, super fun one.
Yeah, and don't expect to get a lot of crafting done.
Come on.
We get some done, ladies, but we laugh so much.
Oh, yeah.
I just
laughing burns calories, so I'm good with it. Keep it going. Keep it going.
Okay, sure. Yeah.
Oh, yeah, maybe I could lose some crafty weight by laughing some more.
Yeah.
But Penny, what I was going to tell you was there are several people who are working on it right now that if they can make it, will want a roommate. So I'm not at all concerned. We'll have a roommate for Penny. I'm just waiting to see which or all can get it working. And then I will set you up. I'll pair you up with the personalities that I know are going to be perfect together in your room.
Yeah, because Marianne's a know-it-all.
I am.
But she's pretty good. She's pretty good at math. Just saying, lady.
I am, because I know you all. I know.
Yeah.
I think I probably know each one of you better than. I mean, a lot of you have BFFs within, our community, and your BFF knows you better than anybody. But as far as anybody here, that might be coming to retreat, if you're coming alone, I know you better than anybody else. And I mean, I see you guys all the time. I talk to you personally, with the orders and things. And I feel like I know your personalities pretty well. And so I want it to be, if it were me, I would want somebody to specifically pair me up with a roommate that they thought I was going to have a ball with and, make it that much better. Definitely. Yeah, Christy, we're really hoping Christy can make it. Christy's really working on it. And Christy will be one that needs a roommate. And then there's a couple others that aren't here that are working on it. So yeah, not at all worried. We'll have you a roommate. But there is only the people who are working on it and trying to work out their details. There's only a few spots left after them. So if you have even considered it, please send me a private message and let's get on the phone and talk. A conversation is so much easier than sending a bunch of messages. And there's information that I can share with you and questions of yours that I can answer. And a lot of it is, I already know a lot of the questions that you're thinking in your head that you may be hesitant to say, because I tell you that because y'all have had the same things. Because I would too, and I get it. I totally get it. It's the first time. Once you go once, then it's like, all right, I want in the next one. Make sure I'm on the list before it even starts, because now you know what you're walking into. But what you're walking into is like one of our New Year's Eve parties on steroids, right? The same fun people having a blast all the time, but it's the exact same feeling and the exact same attitude of our sales, where everybody is watching out for everybody, everybody's helping everybody, everybody's saying, "Oh no, give it to her, not
Carrie,
me."
you would definitely fit in.
Carrie, oh, absolutely. Yes.
Yes.
Would love for you to be there.
Hey, and if you don't, we'll make fun of you. No, I'm just kidding. I'm kidding, ladies. I'm kidding.
Now, see, they don't know you're kidding, and then they might hesitate.
I said I'm kidding.
Okay. If Candy gets out of line, I put her in the corner with the dunce cap.
Yeah.
She's the only one. She's the only one that gets the corner.
Because I'm bad.
No.
Can't focus.
Oh, my goodness. No, you know what? You get there and Candy bends over backwards to help you.
I'm joking.
Candy drives and she brings half her craft room with her so that she can have stuff for everybody.
Well,
and her cricket. And it's a Carrie, I would love for you to be there.
Yeah.
Lisa would love for you to drive with Christy, although it might be cheaper to fly. I have looked at flights for a number of you from different places. Yeah, I thought it was going to be $400 or $500.
If you do them as far in advance, they're cheaper.
Check Frontier. Trust me, check Frontier. I think I found one, Christy, that was like, what was it, $140, $170 or something? And I think it would be.
Angela says she'll bring everything because I have separation anxiety from my craft room.
Exactly.
You're like, well, let me take this in case I work on this, or I take this and work on that. And when you're driving, it's like you don't have to worry about space.
Exactly. Those who are driving can bring a whole lot more than those who aren't.
Yeah.
And Angie lives here, very close by, so she brings a ton of stuff. I'm a mile from the hotel. I can always run to my house and get anything that we need.
Yeah.
So
Oh, Lisa has plans that week already.
Darn it.
Be there, but yeah.
Lisa, we love
Oh, and Margie, we know you don't have wings to fly. You're not an angel. We know that. Oh, wait, you are an angel in disguise, but okay.
Oh my goodness. If you know you can't make it to this one, the fall one is going to be either the 3rd or 4th week of September. I should be able to confirm those dates this week. But
and you can always ship your stuff to the hotel, ladies, once you make your
reservation. Yes, that's an option too. You can pack up a box and ship one box to the hotel. And I've already talked to Joe about that, the manager. I've already talked to him about that, and he said absolutely. We'll put his name on it, attention to him, and we'll tell him who is shipping, who it's coming from, and he'll watch for him and grab him and hold him for you. But yeah, I could not believe how low flights are. I really thought they were going to be $300, $400, $500 for some people. And
it just depends. Yeah, it just depends. It depends on the date. I think they're cheaper if you leave on a Monday or.
But I'm looking at retreat dates. It's Friday to Friday. So either leave on Thursday if you want to spend Thursday night, or leave on Friday and leave on Friday. Dude, I'm packing my bags now. How many can I fit? 10 is fine, Angie. He'll hold what? We have a huge room. Here we have a huge room. He'll hold whatever you ship. Oh, Carrie, I need you here.
Oh,
Carrie, I need you here.
And I'll just hop on Angie's scooter and I'll stay out of your way.
Carrie, we need you to prankster Candy. I prankstered Glynis last time. She didn't know there was going to be a kilt man there. So I had Candy filming Glynis when Kilt Man walked in to get her reaction. So that was awesome. Oh man. Yeah, if you can't come, if you know for sure you can't come this April, and it's April 21 through 27, leave on the 28th, then really try to get on your calendar for September. It'll be either the 3rd or the 4th week of September, and I'll try to get that confirmed right away, because I'm telling you, all the Happy Paper people, you just all have a ball. You really would. It is so much fun. I'm already making plans. Oh, I was making plans at the last retreat for this retreat. I was asking them questions, and I was making notes, and for what they liked and what they didn't like. And I was already making plans of what I would do differently, what we would do again, what we would do better. I've got a whole notebook going. And I have new games. We're not going to do any of the same games, so I can try
We're not doing that pass around thing.
Oh yeah, we'll do that one. That one's fun.
That one was fun, ladies.
Yeah.
Did we do that on save or sabotage, whatever it was?
Yeah. Did we do that on a live?
Yes, we did.
Yeah,
well, we can.
Yeah,
no, we did.
Yeah.
We didn't. Did we?
We didn't on that live? Are you sure?
Yes,
it was. Yes, it was. Yes, it was.
Yeah, it was.
We did 2 lives. We did Save or Sabotage, and then we did the sale. Fun.
And you need to do that towards the end too.
Yeah. So we'll do.
You've been there a couple days.
Yes. So we'll do 2 lives again. We'll do a fundraiser sale, and we'll do the Save or Sabotage. That was so much fun. That everybody said they wanted to do that again. That was super fun. But remember the others where you could win prizes and stuff. And we didn't even get time to do them all, but this time I'm gonna fit some in, because we got some prizes to give away, but not the same games, so you won't know different. I'm gonna try to stump Candy this time. It's going to be a huge challenge, but I think I'm going to step out.
Yes, Carrie.
Oh, Carrie. Yes. Carrie, okay, let's talk. Let's get on the phone after this is over. Carrie, I would love for you to be here. And let me also say this. I think that every single one of us in this group, well, I can't say every single one of us, a great majority of us in this group deal with some health issue in one way or the other. Some with multiple, some, with only one thing or whatever. But I know that for me, some of those health issues would be some of the things that would make me hesitant, that would make me want to hold back. And because I also deal with them, I can sympathize and understand how you might feel coming to a new place in that regard and by yourself. You're welcome to bring a hubby if you like. Doug will take him fishing. But I have that. I honestly have it all worked out to help with that as well. And as soon as we know exactly who's coming and have that group, then I will create a private chat that is just that group. And in that group, you're going to get to know each other a whole lot better. I'm going to be able to give you information. You're going to be able to ask questions. I'm going to give you lists of here's things to bring, here's things not to bring, we'll have for you. Also, a form to fill out that has pertinent medical information and medications you're taking and things like that. Trust me, I know where the nearest ER is. If you've got heart conditions, I know which ER we want to go to if something happens. If you have, whatever it is. I've already talked.
Quick care. I had to go to quick care while I was there, ladies. It was great.
Candy was she was in urgent care before she even got here. And she had to deal with a pretty serious thing the whole time she was here. Actually, she had to deal with 2 serious things the whole time she was here. You know what? Everybody embraced her and said, let's do it. Well, I'll help you. It's okay. This is like walking into the best family of sisters you could ever have. And there's nothing that we can't help you through. So I know which hospital to go to for which situation, depending on what your issues are. If you need, I just want to make sure I have a list of your medications, any pertinent things like that. So we're all good. Trust me, I've been through this a time or 2. Angela, scared to death, to be honest, but my family's totally supporting and encouraging. My daughter's coming too. She knows CPR and can even shock you if needed. Excellent. Angela, I know CPR as well. And Angela and I have already talked, so I know what her conditions are. If anything happens, I know who to call. I also know which ER that I'm taking her to. Or if I have to call 911, I know which ER we're going to because I know her conditions. It is scary to step out, especially when we stay home so much. And I understand that. I get that. And I don't want you to be, I don't want anything. Well, okay. I'm a very, what's the word? I work in a proactive manner. I do not work in a reactive manner. You know that this is a no drama group. We don't have drama. We don't have crisis. If something happens, then it truly happens. It's a crisis, but we are as prepared as we can be. I don't like things to happen and then be unprepared and then go, well, now what do we do? So if I know that there's a possibility, the slightest possibility of something, I'm going to be prepared for it proactively. And that's why I want to know, what are your specific conditions? What are the things you would be concerned about with traveling? And so if I know it's heart condition, I know, like I said, which ER we're going to, because I want to take you to the best hospital with the best heart doctors. If it's something else, if it's kidneys, if it's whatever it is, those are the things that we need to be prepared for. And Murphy's Law, we are absolutely prepared. Nothing will happen. And that's my plan. If you're not prepared, something's going to happen and then you're just kind of stuck there. So I say we get as prepared as possible. Nothing happens, but then you don't worry and I don't worry because we know we are prepared. And we're super close to the best ER and hospital around that I would take you to. When my mom had a heart situation and we thought she was having a heart attack, I drove past 2 hospitals to get her to this one. And this is the one that is closest to our retreat. So I'm absolutely confident with that. And I have a lot of specialty doctors through that healthcare system. So I know them quite well, unfortunately, but just open your mouth, put pills in your hand, shove your elbow up for you to take what you need. And if you spill your coffee, so what? We have coffee dyed paper.
Go on to that question on the folio. What was the paper inside?
Scrap? On the folio, what was the paper inside? This one here, this white folio. This one this paper is coffee and ink dyed. We're gonna do that on a live coming up. This one is just coffee dyed. There's some onion paper coffee dyed. That's coffee and ink. And that is just a super thin, not an onion paper, but just a super thin
Poo paper. It's poo paper.
poo paper. No, that's like
You still, what is it? Bromo paper. Water closet paper. Poo
and
paper.
toilet paper. And then these are all just the same as those, just the offcuts.
Toilet paper, poo paper, same thing. You call it tomato, I call it tomato.
Right. You call it TP, I call it poo. Oh, no, you guys have so much fun. I mean, as soon as we get to the welcome dinner, nobody knows anybody. We go to the welcome dinner that night. By the time you leave that welcome dinner, trust me, you'll be rolling on the floor and you will feel like you've known everybody your entire life. And
just don't have us in the Pope room again.
Nope. We're not having dinner with the Pope. We will walk past the Pope, but we're not having dinner with the Pope. Some people didn't like the Pope's head in the middle of the table staring at him while they're having dinner.
Well, I kind of interfered.
But it was funnier than heck.
It was fun. It was fun.
You could tell who was guilty. Candy.
Me. Yeah, me. He's like, my child, you have sinned. And I've been pardoned for your sins.
Angela used to be an instructor with you. Be an instructor with you. Yeah. Angela's trained as a nurse. Yeah. So even amongst us, there's a lot of us that have medical training. So, yeah. So a signature and a notepad. Yeah, that's basically, there was a signature in there and then just a little tear off notepad on the right-hand side. And that could be put on the outside. I really like this. It's like postcards and stuff, but I kind of like that one. And it can be folded. I don't find that it folds very well inside because it disrupts that folio. It lays better if it's on one side of that signature or the other. Not a ton of difference, but I got to decide how I want to close that one.
All right, made two.
You made two.
I'm working really fast today, ladies. Two.
Oh, that's funny. That is kind of slow for Candy. She usually has a dozen made. I'm usually the one that has two. Well, I only got one so far.
Well, I had to watch the chat while you were yakking away.
Really. I hope this works to get some.
I do too.
Shorter tutorials up there, and I'll work on being organized and planned. So
look what I got, ladies! I got me a little wee mini.
Oh, I know, that's so cute.
So cute.
A little heat press. Oh,
it's so cute. It's so cute. Yeah, because cuteness is everything.
Cuteness is everything. Oh my gosh. I just got up and then sat back down because I want to show you, but I don't want to ruin it for retreat. I want to show you. I want to show you what I can't. A Barbie iron. Glenn says 2 wee books, finished, decorated, tags, pockets, etc. You know what? That's what I can do if I'm just chatting here. Oh, let me finish this one. Let me actually finish this one and then I'll decorate those. Yeah. I'm going to use these parts and pieces because they just need to get used up. Like that one in the center. This is just coffee dyed paper here. You can make the whole thing coffee dyed paper. This one was just like coffee dyed paper. It doesn't have to. And sometimes I like putting scrapbook paper in. And just ink the other side. Let me find some more. That's not thick enough. Not nearly thick enough. Ooh, this will work. Yeah, that works. Except this one is very white on the back, so it needs some little bit of ink back here. Oh, maybe I'll just put one of those on each side. That'll fit. Now that'll fit. It's probably upside down. I don't know. It's not now. Because whatever way I put it's the right side, right? The right direction, right?
Whatever.
It's my book. Actually, what I need is a brush. It'll get down in these grooves.
Julie says we're way quicker than her. It just depends. Sometimes I'm quicker, sometimes I'm not.
I need a small brush. Here we go.
I haven't decorated mine like Glennis either, so
Yeah.
mine put together.
Well, Candy was busy watching stuff while I was doing tutorials, so.
Bigger stuff.
Ooh, that's really dark. Put one over here. Yeah, so if you can't make it in April, definitely think about September. And if you can, put it on your calendar right away. I will, as soon as I have the dates confirmed, I'll put the thing out so people can start signing up for September to lock it in so that you can have time to save up if you want to. I think I want it this way. But April's going to be a blast. We do have a... If you have a crafty friend that is not in this group that would want to come with you, you can, as long as there's a spot open, you can invite them, and we'll bring them into Happy Paper People. Get them to join the Facebook group, and so they're a part of us. Because we like new friends. If we like you and they're your friend, then we assume we'll like them too. Right?
And if we don't, we'll waterboard them.
Oh. Marianne carries around a big whip for Candy during retreat. Oh, you guys know Candy's kidding, right? You know she's got the best sense of humor ever.
Penny says she's in the process of getting some supplies ready to mail to Toby, but today she's moving really slow. Yeah, it's Monday. It is Monday. Come on. It is a Monday.
Yeah, I was moving kind of slow too. Just, I don't know.
Let's see, I need something.
It was a brain frog day. Let's see here.
It's Tuesday where Julie's at. Okay, just rub it in. Just rub it in.
All right, it's a Tuesday.
But you're here at a Monday jumpstart, so
right,
I can't help
it. Monday.
Can't help if you're a time traveler.
Yep, it's still Monday. Really. I can't help if you can't read the calendar. It's Monday. Like this onion paper. Okay. That should work right there. I like at least 10 pages in mine. 10.
Oh, it's raining. Oh, yeah. When it rains, I'm really in a funk. Yeah, funk. That's a good word to put. That's a good word.
A physical funk. Yeah.
Who's got the funk?
You're bringing music, right, Candy?
It's always on my computer.
Hey, okay. Because do you remember what I mentioned last time that I thought of a way to handle the music on what we're listening to?
Yeah,
I think we'll do that. That way, we'll listen to. Nobody's gonna say, "Oh, I don't like that kind of music."
Glennis will, because we don't like Glennis's kind of music. Just saying.
Keith
Urban? And Glennis only likes like one kind of music.
No, she likes two kinds.
Two, okay.
She likes country, Keith Urban.
Who doesn't like that cutie?
Yeah.
And if you don't say anything. We might have to add you to the Keith Urban haters group, and you don't want to be there.
Okay, so I like Keith Urban, but I'm not going to fawn all over him. No, I'm not one of those. I'm not Glennis. I'm not one of those kind of fans.
Oh, no, I never have been.
I'm not taking off something to throw on the stage to him, even if he asks.
Oh, yeah, no.
Nope, that's not me.
Nope.
Never have been.
I might have been a fan of the band, but I never knew all the band members' names, like my sister.
Yeah, no.
That was never.
Yep. Except Rush, because of Doug. I learned the band members' names because there is no drummer can compare to Neil Peart.
I don't know. You know, I like Def Leppard's one-arm drummer. Ain't nobody compared to him.
Have you heard Neil Peart?
Yeah, but have you heard the one-arm drummer?
Of Def Leppard.
Because he can always pull out, I only got one arm.
That doesn't make him a better drummer. It makes him he can be half the drummer with half the arms. A drummer throwdown. I love it. Yeah, so I know the lead singer and the drummer, and that's it. I don't know. It's kind of funny being a music person, music major. But most of the bands, I can't tell you all the people in them because
Or just you would have bra to Elvis, but no one else. Lady, yeah, I'm a disco. I like all different.
Oh yeah, I like everything.
I'm joking with Glennis. No, my bra, not my bra, but someone's.
She would have carried one in her purse.
Yeah.
Glennis would have done that for Elvis too. She loves Elvis, so there's a second.
Earplugs along with the scarf and glove. Yeah, Glennis. Yeah, of course we do.
Earplugs, so she won't hear us. Oh, come on, Glennis.
The music, so she won't hear the music.
I know, but
Glennis doesn't like to play. Like, see, we put it on where it played all kinds. It rotated because I have all kinds of mine.
Yeah, I like that. Rotate so you get
doesn't like that.
She wants to hear the same line,
and I don't like that. And guess what? Well, if it's on my computer,
yeah, we'll take a vote. We'll take a vote once we're there, and we'll do it one of two ways. Either we'll put it on rotate so that it is goes through all different genres, and then it hits everything
on a radio station.
I like, or everybody will get assigned in 2-hour blocks, and for that 2 hours, you get to decide what we listen to. Kenny's like,
mine is not sorted that way, so they can't do that.
Oh, you can't just go like choose country?
You have to. It has to be tagged, and all mine are not tagged correctly. When you first load a song, it tags it as a blues song. So I'm like, oh, that's not right, but whatever. And I haven't gone through and tagged everything, and I was doing that, and then my computer crashed, and I have not went back and started it again.
Well, with the thousands of songs you have, that would be a big pain to do.
Yes, it is. So I haven't done it. So it's not, some of them are coded, but some of them are not.
Yeah. Well, yeah, we can do it by radio station, but well,
half the time you can do a playlist on Amazon. I have a paid subscription to Amazon. No advertisements. So
most of the time the music has to be turned down so low anyway, so we can hear each other, and we're laughing so much that you can't hear the music anyway. Half the time I don't even know it's playing because we're too busy laughing and talking. So not really worried about the music, honestly. Just happened that Glennis was sitting right next to Candy and could hear. Let's see. Glennis, should I bring a drop cloth? Maybe I should. Make better, easier cleanup.
Trash cans. We need trash cans for everybody.
Yep.
Sexual healing. I have that song. I don't know if it's on the computer though.
A little bit of Barry White and
I have old country, new country. I have a couple of rap on there. I have disco. I have dance. I have R&B. I have jazz. I have.
She's got everything.
I don't have classical and I don't have folk.
I like classical. There's some folk I like. You know, there's some Peter, Paul, and Mary I can handle, but But for the most part, that's not something I want to listen to for a long time. But like I said, I'll be surprised if you even notice the music most of the time because we're so busy talking and laughing. So
Penny says, "Are we allowed to bust a move?" I have that one.
Are we allowed to bust a move? Penny, you're required to bust a move. Yep. We all bust a move. In fact,
Angela says, put on some Marvin Gaye and say, baby, get your oxygen. And I got my walker and let's face.
yeah,
Let's get it on.
little Marvin Gaye, little Aaron Neville.
I have both of those.
No,
I have quite a few Aaron Neville.
I like Aaron Neville. He's good. Yeah.
Margie loves bagpipes.
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe we can find a bagpipe song to throw in there somewhere.
Zoe said she could play 2 hours of bagpipes. I don't think so. I like bagpipes, but not 2 hours worth of bagpipes.
Candy,
there will be a revolt. Just saying.
Candy will be pulling your hair out.
I love bagpipes, but 2 hours of bagpipes, I don't think I can handle.
We got one bagpipe song we had last time. One bagpipe song. Well, when
Snoop Dogg and Dr. Dre. I have Snoop Dogg. I don't know if I have any Dr. Dre on there. I don't remember. He's not one of my faves.
2 hours.
Snoop Dogg's not either, but I do like Snoop Dogg. I don't care for his songs usually, but I do like him.
Yeah. We had one bagpipe song.
Snoop Dogg would be fun.
I do that upside down. When Kilt Man came in, we had one.
Makes me want to walk out in front of a train. Yeah, there's a couple of his songs. I don't have a lot. I like 4.
See, this is why I think it's best just to put it on mix, and so it just plays random. So one of this, one of that, so you don't ever get multiple of anything in a row. So you only have to suffer through one song if you really don't like it. But that's the time you can get up and go to the restroom.
Yeah, I like.
Or tell a joke so everybody's laughing. So everybody's laughing, and then you can't hear the music. So, you got ways to get around that. And there's 2 sinks in this room. We didn't have a sink last time. Sinks are good. Washing hands, washing brushes.
Yep, washing brushes. I had to take them back to my room.
Oh, yeah, and when you guys make I need to make sure I've given the link to everybody. When you make your reservation for your room, you can request a room on the first floor. So it'll be right close to our room. Did you? I hope you did. Yeah.
I think I did.
So, yeah. Penny, did I send you the link for the room? I don't remember if I did.
Need my fake button.
Carrie, we can talk right after this. Angela, do we need to talk right after this?
Yeah, she obviously needs a talking to.
Okay, I'll give Angela a talking to right after this.
You do that. She needs,
because I think I need to send her the link too. Oh man, yeah.
Time out. Not me.
And Sandy, everybody keep your fingers crossed and say a prayer that Sandy's back gets better before retreat. Yeah. Poor Sandy. Oh my gosh.
I'm worried about her.
She's in so much pain, and we don't want her to miss retreat.
Oh,
I'm worried about her just in general, but still don't want her to miss retreat either.
Yeah.
Oh, what did good grief. I'm cutting hearts and I grabbed the flower and cut a flower. What am I thinking? What am I thinking?
You obviously are not.
I'm thinking retreat, and I didn't get much sleep during retreat week because, I'm doing that stuff a little bit differently this time so I can get a little more sleep, but obviously not thinking.
Oh, Dawn Marie, her hubby is in a punk band, so I'm used to hearing him.
What? That's awesome.
Yeah. Unless you don't like punk.
Well, that's true. That's true. I can listen to any
really punk. I mean, Nirvana was a garbage band, wasn't it? I didn't like Nirvana.
I don't know. I don't even know.
I don't either.
I can listen to most anything.
Yeah, for short periods of time.
Maybe not.
Except folk, Linus. I can't listen to folk.
Maybe not for an extended period of time, anything. but I can listen to almost anything. I don't like profanities. I don't like a lot of
What?
profane rap. I mean, what? In like not coming out of your mouth.
You ban me then.
No, I mean when the songs, like some of the rap songs, are every other word. It's just overload. It's just too much.
I don't like a lot of rap. There's only like one or two rap songs.
It's just too much. It doesn't. It's not really serving a purpose. It's just,
Angela sang on a bar to pour some sugar on me. Oh, I'd like to have seen that one. And she says I couldn't climb on a bar now if I wanted to.
Oh man, yeah. Back in the day, Angela. Back in the day.
Back in the day.
Yep.
Back in the day.
Yeah. Yeah, maybe we swap some of those stories. We'll see. There's always some good stories that come out some night when, we all get comfortable and it's a little late, we're tired, and we start some fun stuff comes out. And they called in the streak. Boogie da, boogie da. Oh man. Hey, maybe we should just get the HPP band together.
I'm afraid to ask what that is.
Band, like we'll make our own band. We'll make an HPP band.
No.
You could rap. Or can you beatbox?
I don't rap. No, I don't rap. I said I only like a couple rap songs.
Yeah, okay, but can you?
Because don't ask me why, but your son listens to it and you hear it over and over again. Like,
Yes.
Now I don't like the violent rap. I don't like that.
Right.
I don't like
Can you beatbox though?
No.
Oh.
I can't sing. Why would I be able to beatbox?
Well, beatbox, you don't have to sing.
Well, I can't make noises.
Beatbox?
You still have to do it in tune. I can't carry a tune to save my life.
Oh my goodness. Who can beatbox? Anybody?
In my car. So Sandy, if Rodney lets me drive, Sandy's in trouble.
Oh boy.
Just saying. But she's lucky because Rodney don't let me drive.
Rodney won't let you drive. No, not worried about that.
No, but
not worried about that. Okay, so we need somebody who can beatbox. I can handle the keyboards and singing. And who plays the guitar? Who plays the guitar?
I can play air guitar.
Okay, there you go. So maybe I program it on the keyboards and then you play air guitar so it looks like you're doing it.
Now I can lip sync.
There you go. Machine Gun Earl. DM's husband is the Baldy playing guitar. Okay, cool. We'll look him up.
Oh,
that's awesome.
Machine Gun Earl.
That's awesome.
Cool.
Yeah. Yeah.
Do you like punk? Do you like his music, Angela? I mean, Dawn. I'm sorry, Dawn. I'm looking at Angela's comment.
Dawn Marie. Yeah. Dawn Marie, do you play an instrument? Do you sing? Yeah, I play the radio. That's Candy.
Radio. Play my computer.
Radio.
We'll bust some rhymes and drop some bars.
There you go. Oh, won't you die if I write a Happy Paper People Retreat song? Maybe that's
sorry. I was looking at your comment.
Carrie Paper Puddles, are you still here? Carrie, do you play an instrument?
Now they're scared to answer.
Yeah. I'm not going to make you do anything. It would just be fun to get a little Happy Paper People. But no, we don't. Then you have to drag your instruments on the plane, or if you're coming from afar, I don't want you to have to do that. But okay, it's all just make believe. We can just pretend, that we're like Candy's got to be on the bass. That would be, you can air guitar the bass. That's awesome. With her head shaking, head bopping, hair flying.
My hair's cut short. No more hair flying.
What? Shorter than last time?
No.
Okay. Well, it would still flip flop back and forth.
That's because it's unruly, even short.
Yeah, exactly. Oh man. Bust some rhymes and draws. Yeah, that's a good. Oh, Glennis on percussion. There you go. What the heck is a beatbox? The beatbox is the one for acapella. We don't need a beatbox actually with all the instruments, but we could do acapella. We just get a few of us together that can sing, and we'll get a beatboxer and we can do acapella. Beatbox is the one that goes.
They make noise. They make the sound with their.
They do all the percussion and all the drums and the guitar with their mouth. I cannot beatbox. I cannot.
I can't even do spoons.
I wish I could beatbox. I think it's very cool.
It is. I think it's amazing. But
Penny played trombone in the school band. Doug played trumpet. So it's turning into a music retreat. First off, you need to know how to have a
better than a poop trim retreat. Okay.
Hey. It's a beatbox. BEET. Everybody has to eat beets.
Oh, I'm she pickle them.
Oh yeah. Oh, Christy's on clarinet. There we go. Okay.
Okay, sorry, Christy. I got to ask. Okay, now I had a friend in school who tried to play clarinet, and she was terrible at it. Hopefully, you can play it because if you're terrible at it, that thing sounds horrible.
They all Candy. All instruments sound horrible if you can't really play them.
Oh, it was horrible. It was horrible.
Oh man,
I was like, what? No.
Ooh, I think. How about I just leave that little heart right there on the front cover? Does that work? That works. Just put something behind it.
Margie likes quiet. Oh, Margie. Obviously you don't because you're here with us.
Yeah. See?
Lying to us, Margie. You're lying.
She puts us on mute. We don't even know it. Oh man, Christy was really good. First sounded like a dying goose. Oh, that is very well put, Christy.
I think the dying goose sounded better than hers. And I must say, I would have hated to be her parents.
Yeah, if parents can get through the stage of a beginner learning an instrument, nothing worse than the violin, then it's awesome.
And the clarinet's got that high pitchy.
It's not as bad as that high pitchy violin.
Which
is screech. The violin is a screech. It just doesn't go as high as the violin.
But pretty cool. Violins are pretty cool though.
Yeah, if you can play them well.
Yeah, well, you have to play them well.
I wanted to play the cello. I wanted to play the cello, but we had a violin in the family, so I had to play the violin. And I didn't really like it. I wanted to play the cello. And then I wanted to play the drums. I never got to play the drums.
Yeah.
So my mom said she'd buy me a drum set for Christmas and I could learn to play the drums. And I said, I just don't have time or room for them right now, even though I'd love to. So Doug went out and got me a drum, the practice pad that you start with and the sticks.
I took guitar for about 2 months, maybe. Until the new school didn't have it.
I took guitar in high school. The very first song I learned was "He Ain't Heavy, He's My Brother." Pitch Perfect. There you go, Don Marie. I love it. Yeah, that's us. The next Pitch Perfect. We'll be the next Pentatonics. Skip the.
Oh, Toby's daughter played the violin. Ooh, sorry for you,
cool.
Toby.
Son played the stand-up bass. Yeah. Well, that's the only bass in the orchestra is the stand-up bass. The cello's the sit-down one. The bass is the stand-up one. The bass is cool too. Bass is cool. The bass, the cello, the viola, and the violin. Yeah, I wanted to play the cello. I ended up playing the violin. But in high school, when I was a senior, I played in a bluegrass band. And that's a fiddle instead of a violin. The difference is how you play it. That was fun. The bass and the fiddle in the bluegrass band were a lot of fun.
Gotta have a fiddle in the band.
Yeah. Oh man. The 2 folios are 2 by 2. Oh, did somebody ask that I missed?
I think Glennis's are And Julie, those covers I showed were Julie's, not Glennis's.
Penny. Oh, yeah. Oh, Carrie sings. Awesome. See, we could just sing a cappella. We don't need no stinking instruments, right?
You can sing.
Well, I got to find somebody who can do beatbox, and we can just sing a cappella and have a little beatbox to give us a beat. Glennis sent another photo, or did somebody ask about hers?
I don't know. I haven't.
Let me check. I think she did. What? Whoops. Glennis. Aw. Okay. You showed those. Oh, Julie made a bunch of covers. Julie.
I said covers for Julie's.
That's cheating because the covers are just paper folded in half. You got to make a book. Got to make a book. Oh, that teeny tiny red and black one is cute. Aw. Okay, let's see here. Glennis. Let me go back here. Oh, there we go. Okay, Glennis made folio.
Oh, okay.
Nice. I like it. Is that one a folio too? Kind of looks like it. Yeah, smallest one Julie's ever made. Whoops. Little red and black one. She just folded that one accordion style, which you can do. That's cute. Oh, I'm ready to go to retreat now. How about you? After all this talk about it. I'm excited and ready to go. I don't want to wait. All right. I'm going to use some of these. I better use them. If not, they're getting thrown away. This will make a good little belly band.
Okay, got my covers decorated.
Cool. Was looking for something, not finding what I want. Let's see here. Here we go.
Oh, it's after 3.
Oh, holy cow, it's quarter after.
I know. Can you believe that?
I know. Time really flew by today. Especially we start talking about retreat, laughing, and time is gone. All right. Well, I hope you guys at least got started on some little bitties. Sit there, make some, then throw away the little scraps that all like all these. Throw them away. Don't put them back in your scrap bin.
Dawn, you can PM me or Marianne, and we'll show your pictures
Of what?
if of their stuff that they're scrapping. If you PM it,
Oh,
PM a copy to me or Marianne.
Oh, yeah. Oh, show their pictures. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep. Just private message of pictures. Yes, we'd love to show them. Absolutely.
Anything to get the focus off me, ladies. You know I'll do it.
And I think probably one of the most fun things we did at retreat was the lives. Everybody loved the lives with you guys there. That was just a load of fun. And it's fun to go
awesome, ladies. Because we're awesome.
Exactly. Well, it's so much fun doing a live with you in the room too. all
Yeah,
of you in the
it was
room,
much easier.
not just me.
Oh,
It's,
I can
yeah.
put paper in there backwards. What about that?
Oh, well, what do you know?
What do you know?
Oh, the lives were just a ton of fun. And then we get off the live and the fun continues because we're still all there together. That's the best part.
Oh, get it covered up. You won't notice.
That's right. Add some paper to it. Cover it up. Nobody will notice. All right. Let's see here. I think I'm going to make that a belly band right inside the front cover. That's what I think. Yeah, so those who are driving can bring a lot more than those who aren't. And there's certain things you don't want to bring if you're flying. And we bring enough to share. You know, you don't have to bring scissors and paper trimmers if you're flying. Don't want you to get thrown in jail for having scissors on you.
But you can put those in your carry-on. You can't put those in your carry-on, but you can put them in your luggage.
Oh, yeah, you can put them in a check-on. That's true. But I don't want you to waste your space with paper trimmers.
Yeah.
I'll have paper trimmers for you. We'll figure that out.
A ton of paper trimmers, ladies.
Yeah. And
Between
we share between Candy and I, and Angie has a couple. Yep. And we share stuff. So everybody's.
No, they share. I don't share, ladies.
You know, the more sarcastic about it she is, the more you know she's not telling you the truth, right?
See, did she send it? I didn't get anything. Hold on, maybe my notifications are off.
Or she sent it to me.
Oh, true. Why would they send it to you? You suck.
I got it.
You suck. Send it to me. I'll put it on the big screen, ladies.
Oh, first she sent it into the group accidentally. So, okay, there she sent it to me.
Oh.
I got it. Oh, cute. Hang on. I'm going to make this big here.
Dang phone.
Look how cute that is.
I didn't get it in the group, so.
Like,
oh,
no, she sent it to the group that Glennis sends the notifications to.
I know. I haven't even got it there. My phone, I'm telling you, is messing up.
Are you in the D group?
Oh, no, I'm in the G.
Oh, that's cute. That's why.
Oh, okay.
That's why. That's super cute, Dawn Marie. I love the old cassette tape cover. That's awesome.
Post your journal. You post a journal in
the Happy Paper People Facebook group. Yes.
If you want us to show it on the live here, you can send it to me or Marianne on the private message.
Yeah. Definitely post them in the Happy Paper People Facebook group, because that's where we want everybody to be able to see them.
Everybody can post in the group, Angela.
So even though DM just sent me hers, go ahead and post those in the group as well, so everybody else can see them as well.
Yeah.
That sounds like you're tapping your fingers and you're not. What is it?
I did. I hit the. Almost hit the thing.
Oh. Okay, so it's 1:15, so let's go ahead and end right here. Oh, that's pretty. Let me see the cover of that. Aw, look at that.
It won't stay shut though.
Decorated so pretty. Yeah, it's hard. The smaller they are, the harder it is for them to stay shut. Aw, that's cute. Wow, yours are decorated all nicely. I need to do covers. That's cute. I need to get some scraps of lace and stuff out to do covers, because I got plenty of those too. You know what? All these little scraps, I'll use these right now.
I put the info away.
Embellishing this. These are all getting thrown away. I'm going to use these for embellishing that. All these are getting thrown away. And I expect you guys to do the same. We're going to make more scraps. Don't even ever worry that you're not going to have enough scraps. Worry that you run out. Tell you what, if you ever run out of scraps, you let me know. I'll send you some scraps. But I seriously doubt you will ever run out of scraps. It just doesn't happen unless you stop making stuff. So sliding out my trash can, and all this is going right down into it. It's a recycle can. actually.
If you hashtag something, you can make sure you put HPP in front of it.
Gasp. She says gasp. Hashing them with tiny journals. Yeah, you can. It doesn't. If you put anything out anywhere else, like Instagram or YouTube or whatever, if you just hashtag happy paper people, that's what I look for to see things that are, unless it's the happy paper box, which is the a box opening, then I look for hashtag happy paper box. Oh, Candy, I want to see if this is still dry. It's been a couple hours. Oh, still dry, still wet. Oh, it is. Wow.
It just makes it easier for me. I'm not wasting as many baby wipes.
Yeah. Because I waste way too many. That's okay.
Yeah.
Awesome. We'll see how it does overnight too. Oh, hang on. Carrie sent her book. I want to see that. Oh, wow, Carrie, that's pretty. Wow, she went all out. Look at this. That's pretty blue. Look at all the scraps she used. Awesome. Is it focusing? Let's see.
Very pretty.
Yeah. She's got fabric in there. She's got
screen. You do have that ability to share your screen.
Yeah, I do. She uses flowers, scraps of lace, scraps of ribbon, and scraps of fabric, and there's other fabric inside. That's awesome, Carrie. Definitely post it in the group. That's very pretty. I want to see. Oh, Julie, did you send another one? I don't think so.
No, she said no, she didn't.
Okay.
Margie's company is there. See you later, Margie.
Okay. Bye.
Margie, lying to us?
We'll be watching in the group for all your photos. Throw away the scraps you didn't use as soon as you're done making them, and so you'll be ready. Oh, Saturday Night Live this Saturday. Don't miss it. We have something fun planned. You'll want to bring some 8.5 by 11 pieces of paper, double-sided or single-sided, both will work. And you'll want to bring some of your favorite punches, shapes, and other things that you might have. And you'll want to bring your scrap bin. But we're going to make a couple of things, and it's going to be fun. This is a good one. I really like this one. I can't wait to make a whole bunch.
Yeah, and the paper can be different sizes. You don't want to be much smaller than 8.5 by 11, though. It can be different.
You could bring a 12 by 12. You could bring 12. If you have paper that you need to use up and you want to use up, maybe you like the color, but you're not going to, use it.
It can be cardstock weight or
scrap
you don't want it too thin, though. You don't want it too.
Heavier paper works well. A light cardstock or a heavier paper will work well because you're going to be folding it. But that'll work. So paper that maybe you have one left out of the pack and you're not going to use it. Taking me ages to cut the pages. Julie, did you see when I said
I just tore it?
Just put them all in like this, and once the whole book was done, then I took scissors and just cut them all to match the edge of the book like that.
Tore mine.
Much easier, and it doesn't matter if they're not exactly straight. It's a tiny little junk journal. It should be junky. Anyway, we'll see you all for Saturday Night Live, and I will talk to some of you this afternoon about retreat. Love you guys. Thanks.